Hello, I'm Shelly Kramer, Principal Analyst at Futurum Research, and I'm here today with one of our live from the show floor video series interviews, coming to you from Enterprise Connect 2023 in sunny Orlando, Florida. And I am joined today by Ryan Nichols, who's the Senior Vice President and GM of Contact Center for Salesforce. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Shelly. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. So, this is a Contact Center show. What are you doing here?
I appreciate the question, and it's a real one. Salesforce has had a vision for a while now of taking the technology that formed the root of a traditional contact center, which is really defined by the complexity of handling real-time phone channels,
Right.
and saying, well, what does that look like in a broader world? How do we use those same capabilities of three-letter acronyms, your IVR, your ACD, your CTI, and reinvent them for a world where the phone isn't the start of a conversation with your customer.
Thank
The
goodness.
customer journey starts, everyone wants to help themselves, everyone wants to
Right.
educate themselves, and the journey starts well before you pick up the phone call. And our approach to powering everything from when a customer is first exposed to your brand, to when they go through a purchase experience, to when they're using your product or service and having an issue, that's all one customer journey. And we call that the Customer 360,
Right.
and coming here and talking to our customers and partners about that vision and how to migrate from a traditional voice-centric contact center to a broader customer engagement center. It's been my favorite conversation of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we talked about this a little bit this morning too. You know, we are so wired to do it yourself. You know, I mean, the last thing I think about is making time or the effort to pick up the phone and call somebody. I want to be, my customer journey is I want to be able to quickly and easily navigate a process, figure it out, and you know we are morphing into, you know, we've got another couple of generations in the workforce who are digital natives, who are used to figuring things out on their own. So it's really interesting to sort of see this contact center evolution, and it really is all about giving customers what they want when they want it, rather than making them slog through old legacy processes.
There's certainly a role for a phone call. I mean,
Absolutely.
nothing is more powerful than the human voice at conveying urgency and emotion. But let's have that be the escalation and not the start of a journey. And please, let's not force our customers to start over from scratch, right?
Every
When they
time.
do get to that point of urgency where they pick up the phone because something is wrong, and you're starting as if I haven't been spending the last 30 minutes waiting and trying to find my own answer on your self-service site, and I'm frustrated and I'm stuck. And the agent needs to be able to pick up right where the customer is in their journey.
Right, right, absolutely. So I know you've been having 1,000 conversations over the course of the last day and a half of this Enterprise Connect show. So tell me a little bit about what you're hearing. What is it that customers are really looking for from this platform in particular as it relates to engagement in this process?
Well, especially in these times, right, with these macroeconomic conditions and so much uncertainty, I think every company here is being asked to do more with less.
We just talked about that with Samir in an earlier conversation. That's like the theme song of 2023. Let's do more with less. How can we?
Saddest theme song, perhaps,
know,
but there's
it is.
opportunity there because customers, like a low effort process is a win-win, right? A low effort process is a win for customers who just want help with their issue, and it drives down cost to serve. So that starts with connecting all these different parts of the experience together, right? In seeing it as one journey. But then the next stage is shifting different parts of that journey to help you scale, right? So take something that used to require a visit to the branch or the store or rolling out a truck to visit a customer on their site, and shifting that to a digital interaction instead.
Right.
It's taking something that used to take a phone call, and let's handle that via a modern messaging channel, right? That's asynchronous, so customers can engage with you on their time. Then let's take something that used to take getting a live agent on the phone, and boy, if you can help a customer find their own answer, whether it's through a bot or through a self-service experience, each of those shifts drives a tremendous ROI, and customers love it.
Right, right, absolutely. So talk with me a little bit about, you know, when we talk about this technology, these capabilities, it sounds like an investment talk to me a little bit about what that really looks like. Because I think that's, in times of do more with less, people want to know, what is this going to cost me?
Yeah, well, you need a business case driven roadmap, right, to shift to scale. And connecting all your channels together and driving an ROI requires a different starting point depending on where you are, right, with your customers. And for some companies, that's starting with the channels. Let's introduce a digital channel. Every time a customer is reaching out via phone, let's offer them the chance to connect with their customers via SMS. Every time, wherever it is that they find your phone number to begin with, make sure there's a self-service experience there. Those type of experiences just pay for themselves.
Sure.
Sometimes it's the channel, sometimes it's automation. Bots don't need to be a major investment, right? You don't need a team of data scientists anymore in order to deploy a bot, just a simple automated interaction that our customers are seeing incredible ROI on. We work with a major retailer who used to handle so many of their return requests in the contact center. And they've deployed a bot now that handles 80% of those return requests without talking to a person.
Talk about ROI there. Hello.
Huge ROI, huge ROI. And then sometimes it does come back to agent productivity, where making people more productive is a challenge, because as you invest in self-service and automation, the things that get through to the contact center are more complicated than ever, right? The simple stuff is now, the processing returns is now being handled by a bot, so it's the exceptions that come in. Yeah. That means investing in your people, helping them develop the skills that they need, making sure that the right work is getting to the right person, and that your agents are armed with all the context they need so that they can, again, pick up from the customer journey right where they let off, and armed with the next best action. And that's why we're so passionate. Underneath all these different starting points, it's about bringing your data together and getting your entire customer journey into one spot. That's what we call Data Cloud. This is basically, instead of the traditional everything has to be in your CRM, we have a fundamentally new data architecture for Salesforce where you can pipe in data from wherever your customers are engaging with you, and then have that in the same system that powers intelligence and recommendations for your agents, powers your bots, powers the Einstein GPT announcements that I know you've been talking to Samir about. All of that is made possible by bringing your data together. So Data Cloud is really the fundamental investment that unlocks all these high ROI capabilities.
So basically you answered my first question again in a different way. Why Salesforce is here at Enterprise Connect. That's basically a contact center show, right? I mean, really, this kind of weaves through everything, with data being foundational. How do we access that data? How do we serve up better customer experiences? How do we decrease the load, the very heavy load that our contact center agents are carrying? How do we take the mundane, banal tasks off of their plate and reserve them for the critical thinking situations, the volatile situations where we really need that empathy and human action and everything else, right?
That's exactly it. I mean, one of the panel discussions that I had the privilege to be part of on Monday was what comes after CCaaS. And this was the heart of the conversation. Everyone on the panel, which included traditional contact center vendors as well as traditional CRM vendors like Salesforce, and we all agreed that what's past contact center as a service is whatever the acronym you choose, it's customer experience as a service.
Yeah.
Putting those things together, that's what's most important.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't think I could have said it any better. Ryan Nichols from Salesforce, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a fabulous conversation. I knew it would be. For those of you watching and listening to our Live from the Show Floor series, thank you for joining us, and I can't wait to hear more about this as it continues to evolve.
Still have some more days of the show to go, so thank you, Shelly.
All right,
Appreciate
great.
it.
Thank you.